Tia, I just want to ask, once I'm done with my studies, will I get a job? Well, that's a really good question. Here at eDEAF, once the learners have finished their AET, IT, or any other program, once they've done their studies and are competent and have received their certificates, we will put their name on a list which is in the training department. The training department will make sure to look for jobs for the learners. But remember, it's not promised that all learners will get a job, because it's not easy, especially in the economic situation as we're in. eDEAF will try its best to look for employment for the learners at the various companies, but it obviously depends on the job description. If the job description matches the learner's abilities, then we'll be able to place the learner, whether they've done their level 3 or their level 4. But remember, the learner will not just go straight to an interview. Prior to that, the learner will need to go through a work readiness program where they will make sure to understand the working environment. We will also ask the facilitators who the best learners are, because it's obviously important that the learners attend class all the time, that their behavior is on par, and that they show that they've been working really hard, and only then will we choose those learners to go and work. We obviously follow a correct and fair process, and that is how the learners get jobs. When there is a job available or when a company urgently requests a learner, that's when we try and make sure to match the learner with the company. But we obviously look at the behavior, the attitude, and the attendance. Once the learner has completed their studies at eDEAF, eDEAF makes sure to find employment for the learners. But we don't just leave them in the working environment. So far, eDEAF has made sure to employ 6 out of 10 learners that have studied through us. Once the learner has found employment, sometimes they may get a bit overwhelmed. eDEAF is there to provide a support system. So eDEAF will come through and explain to the company deaf culture. We will also go and explain what deafness means. So we make sure to give a sensitization workshop. We also make sure to provide interpreter services to the company and also make sure to give sign language training. Sometimes in the working environment, there's 1 or 2 deaf people there. So we do come through to give sign language training and deaf sensitization so that the hearing and the deaf are also able to work together. Once the learner has found employment, we also make sure that the employment that they've found is 30 kilometers near their homes. This makes sure that the learner is fully supported.